with his explosive cask, so...
That was definitely what he needed to do, but it just wasn't quite enough in order to win the trade.
Shyvana's just being a big problem for the Graves, I feel. Not really able to utilize all the damage that he has from being so fed, but...
Yeah, which is problematic. We do have a dragon being picked up for free, though, by Pocket Dragons, putting them in the lead by 2k gold. So definitely not a gigantic lead, and something that, you know, a team with a vein on it can capitalize on. It's not a problem at all. Habibi's 7-3-1. That is a gigantic dragon in the middle of those team fights. And when he picks up that the Blade of the Ruined King as well, it's going to mean he has so much more sticking potential on top of that Graves once he does get that blade on top of him. So it's going to be scary for later game team fights, but we just need to... Requiem is going to need to pull it together if they want to win, as far as getting those shockwaves in the right spots and getting their coordination on those engages. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, so we see Shyvana finishing off the Bilgewater Cutlass. Oh no, jokes. The Blade of the Ruined King has been completed.
There it is. There it is. Oh, Sunny's actually left the game though, so we might be seeing a pause coming in. There it is. Right on time. And reconnected again straight away. So perhaps it's going to be resumed soon. Hopefully it does. And like I was saying, you know, Requiem needed to get some more wards in around their jungle towards the top side, needed to clear that out, and they've done exactly that. Look at the defensive ward positionings by Requiem. They know that they're on the back foot, and they know that they need to have as much vision as they can just to be able to stay out of the way of those blitz hooks that are just catching them off guard over and over again.
Yeah, and top turret for Requiem actually still standing. Shyvana doing a really good job of you know, keeping that pressure on the top lane as well, and then maybe look towards there to get some global gold.
Absolutely. And one thing that I would like to mention, I mean, the Riley's pickup is interesting on Gragas, but I think it's utterly stupid.
Definitely, I would have much rather seen an Athenes into a death cap.
Yeah, an Athenes into death cap into void stuff is just the general build path that you're going to go with the Gragas, and he's 8-1-7. You know, his team's relying on him to carry.
I mean, especially against an Orianna as well, mid lane.
Yeah, he'd really like the magic resist. You know, there's magic damage coming out from Thresh, Orianna, Elise, and Shyvana as well. Shyvana doing almost a majority of magic damage, even though she builds mainly AD, especially with that Sunfire cape coming out. So the Athenes would have been good for that reason, and he loves having his cooldown reduction as well. Most Gragas aim to get that cooldown reduction down as low as possible, so potentially even the Morella Nomicon would have been a worthwhile decision. Often built when a Gragas is falling further behind just because it's so cost effective. But the Riley's an odd choice. Considering the explosive cast is going to displace regardless, you don't need to really worry about the slow. The body slam has a slow attached to it already, and you're just going to have those barrels he's going to be throwing out, you know, his Q damage, which is now going to slow, but it's going to be an AoE slow, so it's only going to be half as effective as a single target slow would be with a Riley's. Yeah. So
very
really liking that one, but look, I
really don't like it. I'm just going to be completely honest.
Yeah, it is extra health as well. I mean, I guess we've got to note that. But
then you've got Shyvana and Vayne with Blade of the Ruined Kings and the percentage health damage on both of them as well. So it's like,
that's true. You've got it.
Health is
you've
not
got it
smart.
with the Blade of the Ruined King, and you've also got it just built into their kit. Also, you've got Elise, which is the queen of taking down health.
Exactly. It's just, I don't know, stacked health against, you know, percentage health, you know, champions. It's just like, debatable.
Yeah, but, you know, look, we just may not know.
Exactly.
We may not know what the deal is, and on the other hand, we've got Mr. Gonzo, who's picked up the Static Shiv, Bloodthirster, Last Whisper combo. So he's going to be doing heaps of damage. He's going to be wrecking through that team, and Shyvana really needs to try and get to that Randuin's ASAP in order to slow down that attack speed. And even though Graves, you know, he does do a majority of caster-based sort of damage with that buckshot and collateral damage, he does also auto attack a fair bit. So keeping him down and getting him a bit slowed as well, using the passive with that Warden's Mail, would be very, very good.
I'm also just wondering why Thresh has no trinket, but he might have just sold it to pick up a sweeping lens potentially. Seeing as he's got that Sightstone now, seeing he's got that.
Yeah. That's what you did there.
Yeah, seeing. It's funny.
You're a funny guy.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm,
And modest as well. Really modest. I like that. Modest
yeah.
and funny. The
a
best.
lot of yeah. I'm actually quite good looking as well. Believe it or
Oh,
not.
really?
Mm.
Whoa. I'm
Yeah.
looking at a little sky picture here right now. So yeah, I'd have to agree. Not too bad.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. So we do have Sonny actually reconnecting into the game. So
Fantastic.
hopefully we're going to get this unpaused ASAP. I think Sonny needed to go and feed the dog, or he had Mormons at his door, and they turned off his internet. Who knows? It could have been one of those things. It could have been neither of those things, but we do have the pause resuming in 2 seconds. So we're going to be able to see what actually happens here. And it looks to me like Requiem a little bit more on the offensive here. Now Krusnik's actually running back into lane with those home guard Mobo boots. He's going to get around anywhere as soon as he wants to. It looks like blue buff going to be coming up fairly shortly. We're going to have Zeal trying to get that onto Zeta as quickly as possible. Oriana, of course, loving that blue buff. But he's backing, so maybe it's not coming up soon. And Zeta and Zeal just got a little bit overzealous. Joke's never not going to. Yeah, the ward actually being spotted out by this pink here, and little Jeffy now picking it up. But they do know that their jig is up, and that they've been spotted in the jungle, so not going to be able to do much. Shyvana just being a Shyvana herself and split pushing this top lane, and if they leave her unattended, she's going to get to that inhibitor turret very, very quickly. So they're going to hard press this mid lane, which I do like. I do like that decision. You know, they're going to push that 4v5, even though Sonny isn't quite there yet. But once he gets there, if they land that grab, they're going to be able to take this turret for free. And Gamma Temp is getting chunked by that barrel. So much damage.
And Shyvana being forced to recall now just to go help out her team. Bane also going back to the health panel, the base panel.
The health panel.
The health panel.
Going back to the health panel. Pick up some of those panels of health. And of course, Pocket Dragons exiting out of this fight as soon as they see that Shyvana wanted to get out of there. But aiming to go instead for this bottom lane turret. And we got Requiem actually wanting just to shove straight down mid, so no one really knowing what they want to do, but there's a ward here. Oh,
the five-man shockwave.
That was amazing. Yeah, actually that was a 5-man, my bad. Dragon's Descent now coming down on top, using the ball delivery system, and Mr. Gonzo, you are in a lot of trouble, brother. He gets instantly obliterated from this fight. Little Jeffy destroyed now too, and this is looking to be a whitewash. Cookie's now here in the wrong spot though. Gamma Tempest, perfect condemn at exactly the right time, straight after that body slam. And we got Zach now trying as he might to get out of this. Little Wally, you are so destroyed.
Do you want to know what did that for the purple team? Was that ward in the little trinket ward?
Mm-hmm.
That little trinket ward was what caused them to just get 5-man shockwave.
Oh, and Zeta must be feeling fantastic. You know, after getting hooked and killed pretty unceremoniously earlier on in this matchup, and now to be able to get that 5-man shockwave into dissonance combo, and now following it up as well with a turret. Just really, really nice play coming out from Requiem. Really, really nice. Man, that shockwave, that's going to be on a highlight reel.
That's really just turned the game around, really, because that's just put the Requiem in a almost 2k gold lead.
2k gold lead, yeah. Well, not commanding. 2k at 30 minutes is nothing. But definitely looking good. And, that CS lead just being massive in favor of Requiem in order to keep them into this game.
Yeah, Shyvana doing really well to farm up. She's currently almost sitting on 265 farm now.
And I think Shyvana might be watching the stream because she's been following our exact build orders. It's pretty damn cool. Makes me feel like I know what I'm talking about. Which is good. Oriana now going for the Rabbidan's Death Cap after the Void Staff, which is not normally the order that you'd expect it in, but wanting to get that extra magic penetration earlier on, which is just always a fine idea, especially when those shockwaves are doing that much damage.
Yeah,
can't fault them for it. They can't fault him for it. So once that Rabbidan's is finished, though, that's going to be tons of damage coming out from Oriana.
Yeah, and the Shyvana looking to build into that Randuin's Omen now. It's going to really mess Graves up. All that armor, it's going to be pretty hard to kill.
Yeah, absolutely. Not to mention the fact that Randuin's the active on that, also allowing him to dive in with Dragon's Descent and pop that, doing the AoE slow to everyone in the area. Oh, rocket grab just missing onto Zeal. Zeal thinking his lucky stars at this point. And it almost looked like Elise threw out that ball, but it was Oriana's ball that went and cleared those minions. And meanwhile, we've got Shyvana now split pushing in the bot lane. They're on a very tight clock. Sunny is in just no man's land, wandering back and forth. Doesn't really know what to do at this point. And Shyvana looking to be a massive menace, and I think Sunny just mispositioned there just a little bit, and possibly going to cost them a turret, or at least half the health on this bottom turret. And Requiem, of course, following up, just pressuring this mid, and they know that if they're going to follow up and try and deal with the Shyvana, then that's going to be mid turrets lost as well. Windslash actually thrown out when it's not going to execute, and the Ignite being popped as well. There goes the turret finally, and Habibis needs to use that Blade of the Ruin King in order to get out. Dragon's Descent is also being used. And I actually don't think Blade of the Ruin King was used. Not sure. Oh, Elastic Slingshot now landing onto 2. Let's Bounce actually getting onto Vayne as well in the back line. Zeta getting obliterated just after using that. Oh, Shockwave didn't actually go off, so didn't actually manage to do any damage. Habibis now trying to get out and has done so much damage so far. Wow, that Flame Breath into the Twin Bite just obliterates Little Wally, and that's an ace coming out for Requiem for a circumstance that I would have really put Pocket Dragons in the lead for.
Yeah, that Blitzcrank just getting caught out by that cocoon from Elise was escalated very quickly.
Very quickly, and they followed up on it with decisively followed up on that decision as well, which was exactly what won them that fight, which is great. I mean, the Elastic Slingshot and then the Flash Let's Bounce on top of Vayne from Little Wally, that was the maximum that he could have done in that situation, but it just wasn't enough. Even though they killed Zeta really, really quickly before he managed to get that Shockwave off, in fact, it just wasn't enough. And the Shyvana just so tanky. Now finished that Randuin's Omen. He can build whatever he wants at this point. I'd probably go for a Trinity
Guardian Angel.
Yeah,
Guardian Angel.
Force, mate. Nah.
Trinity Force.
Like he's going to get close to dying. Let's face it, he's not going to need that Guardian Angel.
Well, why not? Just to rub salt in the wounds. Hey, kill me, and then I come back, and then you can't. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I'd probably build a Zephyr. I would definitely build a Zephyr. Need that tenacity, bro. Actually, I just loved Zephyr. I think it's a really cool item. But he probably won't opt for that. He'll probably go for another defensive item, potentially a Guardian Angel, like you were saying.
We see Vayne actually picking up herself a Guardian Angel, so she's gonna.
Yeah, and those are the 4 items that Vayne wants to get to, and she's got them. Now we've got a Desperation Baron actually coming out from Pocket Dragons, but no vision here either for Requiem. We could actually see this Baron going down, and that could be a massive upset in the face of Requiem in this game. So there it is. Yeah, they're just going to take it, pick it up. No problem at all. Little Wally just smarting that one away. So unfortunately, just not enough wards for Requiem, and they're just going to lose that Baron and not actually be able to pick up any inhibitors from this either. So it was a very nice ace, but hasn't really been capitalized on in a fantastic way. They did take the mid turret, and they had, of course, already taken the bottom turret, but they didn't get the inhibitors, so not going to have the lane pressure that they need in order to really make use of it. And with Baron now on every member of Pocket Dragons, it's looking potentially grim for the members of Requiem in the next team fight.
Yeah, so...
What did I say? What did I say?
What?
I said that Shyvana's going to potentially pick up a Trinity Force. What's she got in her inventory?
Iceborne Gauntlet. That's what she's going to do.
Yeah, you need that mana.
Iceborne Gauntlet, yeah.
Man.
Well,
yeah.
Iceborne Gauntlet. Iceborne Gauntlet.
Is that what you're calling? You're calling Iceborne Gauntlet? That's the thing?
You heard it here first, yeah.
Alright. Needs more slows. The slow from Blade of the Ruin King and Randuin's together, not enough. Gonna need it on every auto attack after an ability as well.
No, it's I'd say it's a Trinity Force, yeah.
I do like that pickup. It's something that I would do.
That is something you would do. Yeah. Now we see the blue team finally coming up top to get rid of this top turret that's just been sitting there taunting them all game.
Yep. Nice objective being taken there, but Habibis doesn't really care about Sunny. Sunny not going to be able to affect this gigantic Shyvana very much. Oh, Krusnix, you're in the wrong spot. Box being popped out. Oh, actually the Rocket Grab missing at this point. The Ignite being thrown down onto Sunny here in the bot lane though, and Windslash coming through for no damage at all. Little Wally, getting flayed back. Oh, the Death Sentence on trying to get to that white, but doesn't quite make it. A little bit of damage now being put down onto this bottom inhibitor, and Zeta being caught out of position. Whoa, that Shockwave doing some damage, but not really being enough. Oh, Command Attack Dissonance now coming as well, and the Command Protect really helping him stay alive a little bit longer in this, but Little Jeffy and Little Wally staying on top and just... Oh, Little Wally, though, is that... Oh, the Clockwork Wind-Up auto attack would have potentially been enough to take down Little Wally there.
Here comes Shyvana. Here comes Shyvana.
Oh, Elastic Slingshot.
Cheeky.
What a troll.
But yeah, that Zac not really... During that time with Oriana, not really going for his blobs to get some health back. It was a bit scary. I was a bit worried for him, but he's alright. Yeah,
did manage to finally pick up that kill 2v1, but Zeta did all that he could, apart from that last auto attack, in order to even that one out. Zac didn't actually have his passive either, so that would have been a kill too. So a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. We got another blasting one sitting in the inventory of Oriana now as well. Not sure what that's going to build into. Potentially a Abyssal Scepter, perhaps.
Potentially a Rylai's. I've heard it's quite popular.
Yeah, it's quite popular just in the mid lane in this game. Yeah. Absolutely.
You never know. Might happen.
That's true. It's true. I do like Oriana's score. Just multiples of 3. I like that. Just ascending order. I like that.
So we see Gragas actually looking to go into his Zhonya's as well, so that's going to help a lot.
Oh, and we've got a pickaxe being picked up. It's difficult to say. From Vayne here as well, so she might be opting for that Zephyr that I was talking about before. And I do really, really like Zephyr on Vayne. Vaynes really don't like getting locked down. Having that tenacity is really nice. Plus the movement speed allows... Oh, there's the rocket grab and the instant repel now coming down, but nowhere to go to. Zeal now in a little bit of trouble. And actually gets bounced back by the Let's Bounce as well. So Zeal in a mess. The cocoon comes down onto Cookies, but not going to be enough. Little Wally is going to pick up that kill. Meanwhile, Habibi's now in the top lane, going to Dragon's Descent and pick up the kill now onto Sunny. They are all going to have to back because they're going to lose this turret. And Zeta with a nice command attack dissonance in order to stop those backs. And oh, there it is. Now, actually, just really disrupting is the not actually coming through onto the Condemn. And the blue turret actually does go down. Gamma Tempest now in a lot of trouble. Does have the Oh, is he going to get the last shot? Oh, wow. Very, very nice barrier in order to keep Graves alive there. And Little Wally now just going to get obliterated by that the true damage. And the top inhibitor going to go down. Habibi now
Shyvana's still in dragon form.
Habibi's is just constantly backdooring. Yeah. That seems to be his thing. Never wants to be with his team, wants to backdoor. This is the infamous... Little Jeffy running like an idiot. Catch up to that dragon. And now Gamma Tempest is in there as well. The lantern that could be used to catch up to back where he started. Not a very good idea. But they've done exactly what they wanted here. Habibi's just...
the catch.
Oh, there it is. Oh, the instant flash into the wall. A bit of a failure, and the lantern coming in a little bit too late. But is a bit... Oh, there it is. Explosive cast now finishing. Was it? No, it wasn't.
That was the smoke screen.
That was
smoke screen execution.
The smoke sprinkler execution attack. Beautiful, beautiful work. Oh, yeah. Were you doing the dance then as well there, Braddles?
Oh, I wish. I actually could in this chair. I could do the sprinkler and rotate.
Oh, do the sprinkler and rotate. I've heard that used as an insult before, I think.
Yeah.
No, Zeta just going to pick up the blue buff, which is definitely what you're going to want there, but the work has been done, and there's just no turrets left for Pocket Dragons, and it's looking like Requiem's just going to try and storm this base. I mean, the Baron buff has actually worn off now as well, and they're definitely going to know this time. Are coming up again in about a minute. And our ping's now onto Dragon from Requiem, wanting to pick that one up. But I think that they just need to go and pressure while there's super minions heading into that top lane.
Absolutely. Push out all the lanes, and then once Baron has spawned, they can't really go contest. I think that's the best course of action, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And there it is. Dragon is being picked up as well. So that's going to die pretty instantly. So what I said about it taking a little while, nah, it's not going to take very long at all. 5k gold lead now for Team Requiem. 9 turrets to 4, which is where all that gold's coming from.
And the Pocket Dragons can still come back from this quite easily. Like, they just need to...
Oh, of course. 5k is nothing. Especially not when, they had Baron control before. But they just need to wait until their inhibitor's back up and then fight for the next Baron. And that's up in 24 seconds. And it seems like both teams now actually have the timer on this. So they're just clearing it out. Requiem posturing around, and Vayne now in the bot lane. Interesting decision. Not sure whether it's exactly what you want to do. Vayne is a very decent split pusher towards the late end of the game because her 1v1 potential is gigantic. But definitely wants to back now because that Baron coming up in 1 second. Now it's up. So wants to be back for that team fight. Having Vayne in a team fight is something you definitely want. And picks up the Infinity Edge. So it wasn't the Zephyr like I wanted it to be. It's an Infinity Edge built flat out from a pickaxe. That vein just spiked.